Hello everyone. How are you all doing? Today is an unusual stream because I nicely had to do some research. Now, I know for a fact that some of y'all are going like, we should block PlayStation and whatsoever, or give them a PlayStation blackout. Of all things, I do kind of agree with the community, but I'm also going to have to state that is completely false. We should not do that. We should better yet understand the reasonings why PlayStation is doing this. And there are several reasons why they are. One on one thing, some of y'all didn't even bother looking into PlayStation and trying to figure out why would they make this decision. And I have to say to all of you out there, y'all caused this yourselves. Yes, it was the community's fault. Now, me saying this is just me kind of throwing up my own opinions, but I do have evidence to back this, but I cannot share it. One of the reasons why PlayStation is saying that they're getting rid of disc is due to of what the community has done over the years, and PlayStation constantly forgiving. It is now went to the point of literally being no longer okay, and I do agree. When PlayStation gets hacked after they remove a feature or whatsoever, that's just wrong. We do need to stop that. We need to stop it very, very much. But do we? No, you don't. You of all things allow it to continue, and more hacker groups have done that over and over and over again. So PlayStation has pretty much gotten tired of it. Then, better yet, here's the main thing: their funders, the Big Ten, who were, well, there was 10 people who were funding PlayStation. They nicely went like, we cannot fund something that is constantly becoming unstable, and especially their community is constantly taking them offline, taking them down on purpose, and all that kind of stuff. You have to understand that after going through that a lot and again and again and again, it really becomes its own issue. It becomes something is that is specifically why the PlayStation 5 is now rising in price. That is also why you could pretty much see that PlayStation is giving up on its community. They don't care anymore. And since they don't care, that means if they go under, it doesn't mean anything. It pretty much states that a gaming platform has completely surrendered itself and is planning its own downfall. It don't really care for its outcome. Like, you can see it. They're not really caring anymore. Just like what the CEO said. It's not gonna hurt us. It's gonna hurt us, the community. It's not gonna hurt them. It's hurting us. Because we're gonna lose one of the most wonderful things that is nicely publicly around the world. And thanks to the community itself for not actually putting up a fight for itself. They saw how we supported the Stop Killing Games Act. The Stop Killing Games Act is understandable. But PlayStation sat back, watched it, and better yet, supported it. And now here they come, nicely stating that they're getting rid of disc. Hmm. Why will a company do that so drastically? I can tell you why. Because they're tired of their community. They're tired of what their community allows to be done. They're tired of pretty much forgiving their community over and over again. And the community is constantly rubbing it in their face that, hey, we do not care. Please tell me in the comments when this video goes out, or better yet, type in the chat right now of what you think they should do. Do you understand what they're going through, or better yet, do you not? I know for a fact that y'all don't see me play a lot of PlayStation games on on my stream and whatsoever and on my channel, but that will change in the future. But I also want you to understand it's y'all's fault. It's the community's fault for what is going on at this current moment in time. It's not PlayStation, it's us. If you do recall a couple years back, PlayStation was going to sue a bunch of hackers who nicely, I think this was with the PlayStation 3 or no, PlayStation 4. I believe it was with the PlayStation 4. And they went after these hackers, and then the community nicely supported them hackers in what they did. And of all things, PlayStation backed down. Of all times, they backed down. They allowed them to walk away with only a small fine of around $1 million or $100 million, and for things they just backed down. Then better yet, PlayStation has given us a refund. They were the first platform to give us a refund on Cyberpunk. The first. But then here y'all come along, and right after they did that, they get hit with a DDoS attack. Like, come on. They just did the most kindest thing imaginable. Cut into their own profits. And you're telling me that y'all gonna hit them with a DDoS attack. Now that don't make no sense. I know for a fact this is something that y'all don't quite understand. And better yet, as a community, y'all still don't quite get. But you can call this my little tirade. You can call this me putting up a fight. But of all things, it's natural. It's natural to the end of the earth.
Me. Said
And
hi.
I just can't get behind this. So what I'm going to say is this. I'm going to back PlayStation. When the whole entire world pretty much does a blackout or a blackout on PlayStation, I'm going to buy 2 games. I'm going to buy 2 games while the world nicely black out PlayStation. Because you know what? I don't even care what the games are. It is y'all who don't get it. PlayStation has protected its community over and over and over again. And what have y'all constantly went and done? Y'all hit it with DDoS. Y'all attack it. Better yet, I also have to give a whole entire shout out to Pizza Hut, to Burger King, McDonald's, Xbox, and every other one that nicely insulted PlayStation. Guess what? Big fat red F. You get a big fat red F from me. How about I black site y'all? How about I don't spend no money at y'all and whatsoever? Y'all want to insult them of going digital when they're going digital to prove a point to their community that they are nice and kind. But guess what? You're going to get them to no longer back their community. They're turning away from their community because of what their community has done over years and years and years of punishment. They've finally had enough. You want to know why the PlayStation 5 has its prices rise? Because their contract for the RAM and whatsoever was severed because that was one of their big backers who had $1 million in them. It's y'all's fault, really. And y'all ain't bothered thinking. Y'all just joined in and helped in the insult. that I also cannot stand for. Then better yet, we got big YouTubers and whatsoever also going like, yeah, we're gonna insult PlayStation. We're gonna insult them to the ends of the earth. Better yet, some of y'all actually get y'all information straight. Better yet, before you judge, how about you actually look back on PlayStation's history and compare it to Xbox history? They've constantly done more and more things for the community than Xbox done. But guess what? We're all super duper happy for the Xbox CEO. Oh, she's made Xbox Plus or Xbox Game Pass affordable. Oh, we so happy about that now, are we? And y'all just really just going with it. But now it's PlayStation's turn to be in the light. And oh, we're just gonna insult, we're gonna jab at it, we're gonna do all of this because it makes no sense. It really, really doesn't. PlayStation has been with us for so long. They were born out of rage, out of getting mistreated, and y'all just gonna insult it. Y'all are purely just gonna insult it. And of all things, I can't really allow that to be. I know for a fact that this will be probably taken out of context. I know for a fact that people are going to insult this to the ends of the earth. I really do not care. Y'all have wished this upon yourselves. If PlayStation pretty much drives itself into the ground, they're driving themselves into the ground on purpose. That also means no one's going to buy them up. No one's going to try to revive PlayStation. And if no one revives PlayStation, then it's truly over. You ain't going to see a PlayStation 7. You ain't going to see a PlayStation 8. You're going to see none of that ever again. Because they're pretty much declaring that they're giving up on their community. And of all of that, that pretty much right there takes the cake. It takes the cake to the whole nother extent. I know for a fact y'all see me play games and whatsoever. And for the small people who are watching me live, you five, thank you so very much. I understand that y'all probably hopped in and not understanding what's going on. Because I couldn't change my name or my title for my video. I didn't have time. This is something pretty much out of the blue that I'm doing. But yeah, it's us fault as the community for not standing up for PlayStation. It's pretty much our fault. And that's why PlayStation is doing this. Because it's our fault. Like, truly look back at it. When PlayStation created that other OS, where we can have Linux pretty much installed on our console, what happened pretty much a month after they released that with the console? What happened? People hacked it, so then they can hack the console. And looking back on it, then they got rid of it. They literally got rid of it from the PlayStation. Then, better yet, it was the save state. The save state was made so you can resume your game when you leave your game. And you can pick up where you left off, especially when there were some games that could not allow you to do that. PlayStation got rid of that feature because of people were jailbreaking their console. And due to that they were jailbreaking their console, they use homebrew and then use the resume state to constantly allow their console to keep getting jailbreaked. Now I say that PlayStation is in the good for doing this. Like truly, if you look back at it and you compare it to Xbox, how many times have Xbox had a DDoS attack? How many times have Xbox been hit with a fine, or better yet, cyber or hackers nicely holding it hostage? How many times have you seen that occur with Xbox? Not that many. Not that many at all. And I have to say it, but it is pretty much y'all's fault. You don't quite get what's going on. You never really do. And then we constantly insult, or better yet, jab at PlayStation. Like, I understand y'all reasonings. I understand that, hold it, this killing disc that PlayStation is doing is detrimental to the community, but that doesn't matter. They don't care about that. They're just trying to make a big bona fide point to their whole entire community that they're going to take away what you love because they're a corporation, they're a company. They're a company that was built for the community, but the community is showing them no love back. So, how about you all stand up, understand what's going on, and stop it? Stop it entirely because it's y'all's fault. It's the community's fault. Like, better yet, PlayStation backed at the movement for Stop Killing Games. And now they're pivoting to this because they recognize one thing. Y'all care about your old games. So how about they make a point by jabbing at the community at the worst way possible? And that worst way possible is exactly this. So of all things, don't look at this like it's just something normal. Or better yet, PlayStation's doing this because they're just trying to make a quota. No, they're jabbing at the community. They're jabbing at the community in the greatest, worst way possible. And I completely understand. It's y'all's fault. It's the community's fault. And y'all just don't understand that y'all caused this on y'all selves. And thanks to y'all, we now got what we have. This. We got this going on. Right here, right now. It is y'all's fault. So I don't care what any of them YouTubers say. PC Bros, better yet, and every other one out there. Ryan, I think it was Ryan or someone. He does tech review and whatsoever. For every single one of y'all who better yet don't take y'all's history and better yet don't learn the history of what is went down in that community. And this goes out to every single one of you players too. If you got a PlayStation, if you actually have a PlayStation, then guess what? You go look up and look for the video that goes by PlayStation's history and take a deep look at it. It will tell you every single thing what the community has done of insulting PlayStation in every single way possible, hitting it with DDoS attacks. Better yet, what currently went down with that person who was nicely in the old PlayStation Warzone. Was it Warzone, or it was a Call of Duty game, and he nicely pretty much break people's uh Call of Duty account in that game. And what we've done to him, why haven't we done to the other hackers who've nicely tried to? They have bricked the PlayStation Network. They have hit it with DDoS and whatsoever. Why haven't we did that to them? Why haven't we stood up for PlayStation? Why haven't we stand up for what we actually wanted? I tell you why. Because we love hitting at something that's running smoothly. PlayStation has been the longest, smoothest thing that we've ever gotten. The only times that it's made its mistakes is due to what the community has done. So it makes them rethink their whole entire strategy, goals, and whatsoever. But no, it's our fault. It is purely our fault. And all that, y'all don't quite get it. You never do. It's the community that builds the platform. It's the community that makes it have a purpose. But when that community is rotten, they don't care for it anymore. They will rather let it burn than ever, ever allowing it to prosper. And that's what PlayStation is doing. They will burn themselves and their community to the ground to make it such. So the community understands they don't care. And that's what they're doing right now. It's y'all's fault. Y'all not thinking. Y'all not actually taking time to understand. And I'm not talking about 10 normal backers. I'm talking about backers who put in $1 billion, $1 billion into PlayStation. And y'all have nicely insulted them. Better yet, three of them were original backers who were complete gamers. And they pulled out too. Of all things. Y'all the ones have ruined this. Y'all as the community has ruined this. And due to y'all have ruined this, y'all have ruined it for everyone else. The Stop Killing Games movement was one of the things that I'm going to say is wonderful. But I now understand why PlayStation has made this move because they're leeching off of that and nicely stating that we don't care anymore. They have made the ultimate FU at their whole entire community. But it's deserved. And I'm betting they're going to pay any lawsuit or whatsoever that hits their way because they don't care anymore. They're going to drive themselves to the ground. And by driving themselves to the ground, ain't no one going to be happy. It's just going to end in the most ruthless way imaginable. And I completely understand and agree. When you have a community like this who've allowed hackers to get away, and better yet, allow their community just to constantly abuse them, then yeah, you have a problem. You have a major problem. There's no way of fixing this problem without confronting your community all the way. And better yet, so far, the community already hates them. So how could they confront them in a peaceful way and manner after all what y'all have done? So, yeah, PlayStation has given up on this community, and in so of doing so, y'all are losing y'all's games. Because originally back in the day, it was PlayStation who demanded a disc for certain games when discs were no longer able to store the whole entire game anymore. Y'all completely forgot about that, now did you? But hey, looking back on PlayStation now, they had a good run. They had a wonderful run. And I'm going to back it all the way to its end. What they decide to do, they deserve to do. The community is not worth it. Get rid of them. Let the community understand that we'll let the whole entire community burn thanks to what y'all have done. This is y'all's fault. Deal with it. Well, that's it for me. I'm going to be signing off now. because I got some PlayStation games that I need to play. I'm a PlayStation fan through and through. That was the first console that I've ever had. And of all things, y'all need to stop it. Look back on your actions. Take a look at PlayStation. Better yet, take a look at its history, and you will most likely understand why they're doing this. They're making a jab at the community for all the stuff that the community has done. The community hasn't changed. It hasn't been better. It's been getting worse and worse and worse. Everyone says that PlayStation posts and whatsoever, there's no one standing up for PlayStation. Guess what? Just know this. Super Batman is standing up for PlayStation. One voice is standing up for PlayStation. I completely agree with whatever PlayStation is doing, because it's the community's fault that this is what's happening. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice one.